Wake up, Jamaica. Shericka Jackson just did it again, 10.84 seconds of pure lightning. With legends and rising stars on the track, this was more than a race, it was a history in motion.
But I'm glad that she's trying. I wondered when I saw the officials around her if she was feeling ill, which is quite different than having a cut on your hand. You don't want any distractions, but that's certainly a lot better. And again, one of the main courses. We've seen some big PBs so far.
So here we go in lane number 1, Brianna Williams.
Yeah, youngest ever Olympic medalist for Jamaica. In the 4x1, got gold in Tokyo, the double World Junior Champion back in 2018.
Lane 2, Shashalee Forbes representing Sprint Tech.
Yes, Shashalee Forbes, a big star for Sprint Tech, trains with Maurice Wilson, has done 10.96 rather, 11.03 in the heats. She's ready for a big final.
Lane 3, a massive personal best in the semi-final, Tia Clayton from MVP Track Club.
Yeah, she is stupendous, 10.86. No 19-year-old in Jamaica's history has gone faster, and she shows up in big form.
With her sister, her twin sister, cheering her on from the sidelines.
In lane 4, one of the big guns in world athletics, Shericka Jackson.
10.65. She's the third fastest Jamaican woman in history. She's the defending champion and has gotten the silver medal last year in Budapest. Shericka Jackson, the superstar, ready to defend her national championships.
Yeah, Kemba Nelson.
Lane 5, Kemba Nelson represented Elite.
Yeah, 10.88. And so much has been said about her and her form, but she has shown up here and made the national championship final once again. She will run from lane number 5.
In lane number 6, I'll just say Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce.
Born on the 27th day of December 1986. That makes her all of 37 years old. She'll be 38 years old this December, 2 days after Christmas. She has won 3 Olympic Games, 10 World Championships, 4 Olympic silver medals, 5 times Diamond League final winner, the greatest of all times at 100 meters.
In lane 7, also from MVP Track, Natasha Morrison.
No Natasha, there's no party without her. She always finds herself in the mix. She World Championship finalist back in 2015.
And rounding out the field from Nike, Alana Reid.
She trains with Shakira Richardson and the top 3 girls who finished 1, 2, 3 at the US Trials this year. She is Jamaica's national junior record holder at 10.92. This is spectacular. A spectacular field that Jamaica delivers.
Please.
The fastest Jamaican this year though, 10.86. Tia Clayton, focused, standing beside her training partner, Shericka Jackson.
Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce on screen, the storied competitor.
On your marks.
Woman that has given hope to so many with her resilience and her dedication. She lines up one more time with a fantastic feel to her left and to her right.
Brace yourselves for this now. It can't get any better. If it gets any better, then only a fit Elaine Thompson-Hera would have been added to this classy lineup. The men's 100-meter final. Great anticipation around the National Stadium.
Set.
And across the globe. Set. Bang, away they go. Kemba Nelson, Fraser-Pryce got an excellent start. Tia Clayton is running the race of her life. Shericka Jackson turns on the afterburners now. Spectacular performance. 10.79 the flash time. Shericka Jackson, big performance on the big occasion. Sends an ominous message from Kingston to Paris. Time, she kicked into top gear late and came home in 10.84 seconds. Tia Clayton ran the race of her life once again. 10.90 per second. She will be on the plane to Paris. Wow, what an outcome. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, the veteran, takes third. 10.94 seconds. Oh, wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you wanted to know, if you wanted to remember when the official changing of the guard took place in sprinting, it happened in 2024. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce makes it to her 5th.
Starting in lane 8, Dina Asher-Smith, former world champion 2019 in Doha when she was right at the top of her game. Still a world force in 200 and 100 meter running, British record holder. The Olympic champion Gabby Thomas serenely made her way through the rounds in Paris, had such a great season last year. Really looking forward to seeing a race here. The previously mentioned Nasser of Bahrain, last weekend in the Dominican Republic, she ran the quickest 400 in the world yet this year. Yes, it's early, but she's in good form. Then we've got Natasha Price, the first Jamaican ever to run under 49 seconds. And again, a pretty decent 200 meter runner, but this is not her main event. Same for Alexis Holmes. Her top 9 times out of her top 10 were all set in 2024. So an improving athlete. 25-year-old, as I said, come over after the World Indoor Championships in China. Well, Paulino, who moved to the 400, I guess probably in around about 2020, and has dominated that event, certainly last year. Talitha Diggs in lane 2. And then Stacey-Ann Williams of Jamaica. Fresh from a new indoor 400 personal best. Lane 1 maybe tough in this 200 then. Hanson, what we're looking for here?
Well, Paulino needs to at least come out of here with at least 5 points, because obviously to win you get a little boost with the 12 points to win the deuce. Gabby and Dina are really going to be battling for that, and I think that they know that they're going to have a good chance at that 100K if they jump out in front with the points in this early race. Spoke to Dina yesterday, and Dina actually said that she's really focused on that 4. Very confident about her too. So that 400 is going to be something special when she gets out there.
Dina Asher-Smith in lane 8. Gabby Thomas, Olympic champion, in 7. Safely away first time. Asher-Smith got out pretty good. Nasser just got left a little bit. You'd expect that by the 2 sprinters on the outside. But it's Gabby Thomas around the top end who's just got half a metre on Dina Asher-Smith. And Thomas normally starts to go away from this point. Nasser running well in 3rd at the moment. And then there's a battle with Paulino charging down the last 30-40. But it's going to be Gabby Thomas. Asher-Smith might just hang on here. It's Gabby Thomas, but Paulino with a real surge, taking 2nd place. And that will be really, really significant. We expected Gabby Thomas to come away with a win, 22.62 in these conditions. That's pretty swift, that's pretty good. But Paulino, that is significant. You get 12 points for winning, you get 8 points for 2nd. But when we cast this forward to the 400 tomorrow and the possible result there, let's say the possible result, that is significant for Paulino.
Nah, it's absolutely significant, because she's obviously going to do her thing in the 4. For her to come 2nd, I didn't expect that, man. Gabby getting 1st place obviously makes sense. She's an Olympic champion, but for Paulino to come out of there with those extra points, she's going to end up having a good chance at that 100K.
Dina always runs a pretty good turn, transition in the home straight here. Gabby Thomas just moved away, just got that gap, and it looked as though Dina was rallying again here.
You know what, Gabby ran a much better turn than I expected. She's tall. You don't expect the taller sprinters to have such a good turn, but she's efficient. And once she gets on the straightaway and lets those limbs go, I mean, she's really, really hard to beat. I expected it to be a lot tighter with her and Dina. That wasn't the case, but Paulino coming 2nd in that race, I think, is the big story.
Well, and so much hype has been on Gabby Thomas since the Olympics, and then since she announced early on that she was going to be running this series of Grand Slams. So look at that huge smile. She must feel really good breaking the tape.
You know what?
Well, you know, the expected winner, but not expected second. Let's just check the result there. 22.62, as I mentioned, 22.93. It's the season's best because she hasn't raced yet for Paulino.
Right.
But the more significant thing for her is finishing second. Dina Asher-Smith took third spot. Lower down, Nasser as well.
See, this is at the second changeover point, so from the back straight into the bend. And here's the Canadian team, going to be led off by Savannah Blair into Diana Proctor, Odiaza and Tedka. For the Swiss team, Timea Rankel into Leah Dahlman, Chloe Rabak and Alicia Massini. And the Jamaican team, so slick with their baton changes yesterday. Shanoya Michaela Douglas leading off into Aliyah Baker, Brianna Campbell and Alana Reid bringing it home. For the US team, this is Jade Brown leading them off. She will hand to Santera James, Avery Lewis and Taylor Schneer bringing it home. Alexandra Stoilova will lead off the Australian quartet, handing the baton to Tori Lewis, silver medalist in the 200 yesterday, Olivia Rose Inkster and Jessica Mila. And for the Puerto Rican team, Leitne Echevarria, handing into Frances Colon, Amanda Andino and Karina Franceschi. For the Ukrainian team, this is Anna Karandakova. Hand it over to Diana Miroshenko, Yuliana Stepaniuk and Alina Kishkina. The Polish team, Olivia Zimolag, she will hand over to Klaudia Kristatek, Inga Kanitska and Jagoda Zukowska.
On your marks.
Pattern changes are so crucial. It was a good start for the US team. Now blazing around, trying to make up the ground on the Jamaican team, outside of them into the first changeover. Good changeover for the Jamaicans, a little bit sticky on the Americans. That enabled the Australians to get back into the competition on their inside. This changeover, again, great changeover from the Jamaicans, a good changeover and better, I think, from the Americans. Swiss team are also right up in there. Where the Jamaicans were ahead of this point yesterday, and the American runner's gone too soon. That puts the Australian team in the lead, but Alana Reid, a look across, puts it into full throttle charging for that line and brings home that gold medal for Jamaica. It is the Swiss team celebrating a bronze medal performance courtesy of the baton exchange on that final exchange for the American team. We get another look at that. That is Avery Lewis coming in to hand the baton to Taylor Schneer. I think it might have been that Taylor Schneer went a little bit too soon. There is the result. It was a gold medal performance for Jamaica. Australian taking the silver and the Swiss team, and you can see what it means to them to take that bronze medal.
When you watch an Olympic or World Championships senior relay 4x1, you have to remember that they train all year round as a squad together. These have qualified in the last few weeks and have maybe only trained together since they got into Lima, so it's a little bit rough and ready at times, and the checkpoints and the takeoffs also betray a little bit of nerves of youth, don't they? I think when we watched the USA on this last leg, that's what happened.
Yeah,
went too soon.
I think we are also hearing that there is a changeover changeover under review for the Australian team at the moment as well. We did see yesterday just how well the Jamaicans did exchange the baton here. So you can see the outgoing US athlete Taylor Shedd does go a little bit too soon there, and she has to stop, break down, don't exchange the baton in time. That exchange was good there for Australia, and for Jamaica, extremely slick. The Swiss chasing hard at this point. I don't think they could believe their luck, but Alana Reid really away clear, has time for a look across just to check who is there for company inside, and it was the Australians in that silver medal position.
The Australian handover was this one. I think it was way long. Oh no, it's the second one. It's 2 to 3. There's a bit of a juggle here as well. They'll laugh.
The 100-meter, the ultimate test of speed, power, pride. And when the gun went off at Jamaica's National Championships, all eyes were locked on one woman, Shericka Jackson, a fierce competitor, a world championship, and the embodiment of what Jamaica's sprinting truly means. On that Kingston track, she wasn't just running for a title. She was defending her crown against an army of talent. Behind her were familiar names: Tia Clayton, young but fearless; Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, the sprint queen herself, making her turn; Shashalee Forbes, Natasha Morrison, Alana Reid, and Brianna Williams, each ready to prove they belonged among Jamaica's elite. The crowd buzzed. Cameras were locked in. The starter's pistol fired, and instantly, Shericka exploded out of the blocks. Her reaction was sharp. Her dry face was tight. Every stride perfectly measured. By 40 meters, it was clear. This was Shericka's race to loss. Her strength carried her ahead with that powerful upright posture that has become her signature. And as the finish line approached, she showed no sign of slowing. The clock stopped at 10.84 seconds, a time that echoed across the stadium. Tia Clayton came second in 10.90 seconds, and the legendary Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce finished third in 10.94. A clean sweep of Jamaican brilliance, speed, experience, and the next generation all shining on the track. But this wasn't just about numbers. That 10.84 seconds told a story of consistency, determination, and discipline. Shericka Jackson continues to evolve, proving that she is not only a 200-meter powerhouse, but also a true force in the 100 meters. And let's clear up one thing. Despite what's been said online, this wasn't a world record. The women's 100-meter world record still stands at 10.49 seconds, set by Florence Griffith Joyner back in 1988. But Shericka's performance was still one of the fastest in the world this season, and one of the cleanest runs we have seen this year. What makes this victory so special is who she defeated. Jamaica's finest, Shelly-Ann, a 5-time world champion and the face of sprinting for more than a decade. Tia Clayton, just 20 years old, bringing youth and energy to the track with fearless confidence. And others like Forbes, Williams, and Reid, each carrying the flame of Jamaica's sprint heritage. Together they showed the world that Jamaica's sprinting dynasty isn't slowing down. From legends to rising stars, every generation is still producing elite speed. And that's something no other nation does quite like Jamaica. Shericka's 10.84 win also locked in her third 100-meter title, And that means one thing. She is heading into the international season as one of the top contenders for global gold. If she continues this form, we could be seeing another showdown with the best in the world. From Sha'Carri Richardson to Marie-Jose Talu, but Shericka is ready for the challenge. Her focus, her control, and her competitive fire make her dangerous in any race. And when she stands on that starting line with the Jamaican flag on her chest, you know something is about to happen. Jamaica once again proves sprinting isn't just a sport here. It's a culture, it's pride, it's legacy. Shericka Jackson's 10.84 victory is another chapter in a story that keeps inspiring the world. From the champs of yesterday to the stars of tomorrow, the island of speed continues to shine. If you are proud of Jamaica's sprint queens, type Team Jamaica Forever in the comments. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more stories celebrating our champions. Because when Jamaica runs, the world watches.